John Razimus here from MGI Mysterialis Ghost Investigation. This is the raw file footage from February 18th, 2018. The first ghost investigation I ever conducted of this 1830s structure, which I first saw in the year 2012. I didn't ghost investigate it in 2012. I wasn't even into ghost investigating in 2012, although 2011 was the height of my poltergeist harassment that I was bombarded with, that I suffered through. I got through that, and as a result, I have zero fear. Now, they say there's not much difference between a brave person and a stupid person. I would agree with that, because it's pretty stupid to go out in the middle of the night by yourself to a location abandoned, built in the 1830s. But I did that. With night vision, I'm showing you all the footage. It is 100% unedited, except right here you can see the different levels of sound. I didn't know this place was haunted the first time I investigated it, February 18th, 2018. These are the exact 4 pieces of equipment I brought during this first investigation. My Sony Handycam with night vision, a very cool Handycam. The Millimeter Deluxe Edition with every feature possible. An IR flashlight, a very small tiny one. And a full spectrum generic GoPro knockoff, which died on the way there. You can hear it beep and dying before I get to the location. Looking through the footage, I also did bring this $1.99 bicycle flashlight, which I used rarely. I prefer to investigate in full infrared, but after the major encounter of the entity in the grass, I flicked on the regular camera mode and turned on this regular flashlight to double check if it was an animal, and it was not. I know of a surety at this point it was a spirit. So I didn't even have an external audio recorder. All the audio was from the Sony Handycam. That's it. Very stupid. You're going to see the footage firsthand. You're going to see my reactions in raw footage of the poltergeist walking on the grass and setting off the millimeter in the window. But most of the footage is me just walking around. Most of the footage is me not knowing it's haunted. So what I did was, the Sony Handycam records in some type of fake stereo sound where it has a low level on the left side and a high level on the right side. To even that out, I copied the entire loud side into one file and the quiet side into one file, and it's technically going to be mono sound, but it's the best sound I could come up with. At least the levels are even in both the left and the right speaker. This is what it is. I'm going to compile all of the nights. It took me 500 miles to drive here and 500 miles to drive back, plus a little over 1,000 miles to get to this location on 4 separate nights. This is night number 1. I am going to have to listen through this whole file, 55 minutes long. And I am going to cut out the times that I say the exact location of the area, because I want to keep it exclusive, I want to keep it private, I want to keep it secret. Gain my trust, and I'll share it with you, but I'll only share it with those who go with me in person. Sounds like a trap? Don't go with me, that's fine, I'm not worried about it. It's just I don't want 1,000 ghost hunters trampling the fields of this place. I want the spirit to be at peace in this very tranquil, abandoned, quiet location. I also want the neighborhood to not blame me for turning it into a tourist attraction. It's a very nice area, abandoned since the 1830s. It does have a plaque that says dedicated 1950. So 1950, it looks like they were trying to make it into a historical landmark that tourists could visit, but they never finished the process. There's no official way to get there. I think you do have to cross private property, various reasons, which is why I'm not going to share the exact location. But I grew up in this area for 20 plus years, went to grade school, went to high school. I never heard of it. It's built by a former pirate, home of the pirates. At least my high school mascot is the pirate, and I never knew that it had anything to do with this location. Someone happened to show it to me in 2012, and I was driving by one day with some ghost investigation equipment in my car. I was like, you know what? That would be a pretty cool location. I've seen on ghost shows abandoned locations are more successful. I wasn't sure if it was haunted. Now I know for 100% fact, after the very first night, February 18th, 2018, that it is indeed haunted. I went back a total of 4 times. You'll see in the compiled documentary, but I just want to reveal this and share this raw footage to show you the process that I trudge through the forest. I walk up to the location. I investigate it thoroughly, as much as someone by themselves can investigate a location by themselves in the middle of the night. I feel it was a very successful investigation. I'm going to continue to go back. But at what point do you have too much data? I don't think there's such thing as too much data, but it does become redundant after a while, where I do want to bring someone so I can get a second person to witness the ghost revealing itself. Herself, himself. I don't know if it's a male or female, but I know for a fact, of a surety, there is a ghost at this location. This is the raw file footage. I thank you for watching. I'm John Razimus with MGI Mysterialis Ghost Investigation. Okay. John Razimus here. John Razimus here. I have to whisper. This is a secret location. The woods have dramatically changed over the years. Anyway, I think I heard a beep. Gotta turn this off. Looking for the pirate house. It's a very secret location. This is not a joke. I've been to it 3 times before. I'm going to investigate it for ghosts. It's very early in the morning. There's a lot of animals around me in this forest. Twisted my foot a little bit. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. Ow. Okay. Oh, that hurt. Well, I think we're going the wrong way. I gotta go back. Wow. It's a white owl. Okay, I know for a fact there's a pirate house around here somewhere. Believe it or not. Where is it? Shoot. It's more hidden than I remember, I'll tell you that. I've been there 3 times and I can't find it. Wow, this is insane. How does a pirate house just disappear? Okay. You go through the path, you walk out. There's supposed to be a pirate house right here. It was gone. But it's still here. This is the pirate house. This is an authentic, legitimate pirate house. I don't remember that hole being there before. Anyway, it's called the Old Grist Mill. And let's read it real quick. It says, the Old Grist Mill, built in 1820 by Joseph Chapman, Bostonian, deserter from pirate Bochard, who burned Ortega Adobe Rancho de Refugio. Chapman, arrested, sentenced to firing squad, but paroled to Mission Santa Ynez as master workman. Built this New England-type grist mill and duplicate at Mission San Gabriel. Married Guadalupe Ortega at Mission Santa Ynez. Founding important California family. Marker placed by California Centennials Commission in cooperation with Reina Del Mar Parlor number 126 NDGCW, dedicated September 9th, 1950. So this dedication plaque was placed in 1950. This is an old pirate house built by Joseph Chapman. Check out Joseph Chapman's check out Joseph Chapman's Wikipedia page. They call him the Good Pirate. He was legitimately a pirate. I'm from Santa Ynez Valley Union High School. The Pirates is our mascot, after the good pirate, Joseph Chapman. And the bad pirate would have been the guy that tried to kill him, Pirate Beauchard. Pirate Beauchard is a bad guy, but Joseph Chapman was the good guy. So we are going to investigate this pirate house, which is 2 structures, and I'm going to turn on my night vision. Okay. Night vision is on. Gonna turn on. The millimeter. Alright. See, these creatures don't know that I have night vision. So, this is the part with the plaque. Let's walk around, check out. Maybe I should turn off the light. No, we can't see it. We need the light. Okay, we're at 0.0. All right. .47 degrees, 0.0. As far as I know, I'm the first person to ever investigate this pirate house ever on any ghost investigation level. The entire house is locked. There's definitely animals walking around. .3. Yes. Spirit, I noticed your presence with a 3.3. Can you come close and make your presence known? This place was dedicated in 1950, but built in the 1800s, and probably don't get too many visitors. .0. I left my cell phone in the car so as to not contaminate anything. It is almost 4 a.m. Got here a little bit later than I wanted to. Got lost a little bit. But that 3.3 spike is interesting. The animals are stalking me because I think I can't see, but I can. I can see. But I need to be careful. There is a 0.0. I need to be careful. There is a it's well built. The guy who built this, the good pirate Joseph Chapman, was an expert builder. He brought this technique of building to this area and helped build the mission for the Catholic Church. And since they didn't kill him, I assume he joined the Catholic Church, was a good, faithful member, married Ortega into the Ortega family. And the Chapman-Ortega families are very prominent. Now this right here is a reservoir built by Chapman himself. Running water in the 1800s didn't exist. So he built his own water reservoir so he had his own drinking water. Very smart. Not too many families in the 1800s had their own personal reservoir with drinking water. So this is extremely antique concrete from the 1800s. He used local stones to build it. 0.0. The spikes are usually pretty minimal, and only last for a few seconds. But that was a legitimate 3.3 spike at the window. We will return to that location. We can get a better view of the reservoir. I can walk up here. But this is a very unknown pirate house, owned by a former pirate, the good pirate, but most definitely an authentic pirate. There's another house over here we're going to go to. So you wouldn't want to fall down there. It's very, very tall. That is a good, I don't know, 25, 30 feet tall. I couldn't get out of there. I'd be stuck in there forever. So not only is that a water reservoir, it could be used as some type of death pit. If an animal fell in there, it couldn't get out. So I'm going to need to walk around here. It's too dangerous. It's very interesting. We're at 0.0. And it says the battery's about to die. And I just replaced the battery. This is a brand new battery I just put in. Man. That's just me testing it out. That might be a false reading because I was just testing out the millimeter feature. Okay. Oh wow, got a spike, a 3.9. I got down from there and I got a spike at 3.9. Now I don't know if the spirit is draining the battery out of the millimeter, but I can tell you this. Just got a spike at 3.9 by jumping down off of this reservoir. So as far as I know, this area has never been investigated for ghosts, ever. It's off the beaten trail. You have to walk through a private area to get there. So I'm not going to give you the location. Whew. I forgot to turn on my head cam. So let's turn on my head cam real quick. I'm going to turn off the millimeter real quick, just because the batteries are dying. I'm going to turn on my head cam. Alright, let's see. Make sure I do it right. Hey! I'm busy turning on my camera. Hold up. Alright, my camera, it's having some problems. Let me try it again. I don't know if you saw that, but I think potentially something's right there. Let me turn on my camera, okay? It's gonna be okay. This thing's a piece of junk. We have owls all over the place. We got something in this corner. To be honest, let me turn my millimeter back on. I'm not joking. .9 off the jump. Tell you one thing, there was something shuffling the come on, you were here. There was something totally rifling these weeds right here. I recorded it, but I don't know if you could see anything. Something ruffling the heck out of these weeds. It sounded like this. Is there an animal in here? Possibly. Let's take a look, see if there's some animal, but when I yelled at it, it stopped. I got the feeling it was something more than an animal, but I could be wrong. If it's more than an animal, can you turn on, can you get close to this device? Okay. Could have been an animal. I'll come back to this location. Right now, we got to turn on our camera. Okay, we got a 0.21. It's not showing up too hot. And it's off. Millimeter's going to die pretty soon. I have to turn it off real quick. You know what? I'm going to turn on the regular thing. I'm going to... Stuff moving everywhere I go. This rifling happened up again. Here's the door. Here's the window. Hold up. I gotta get this camera on. This camera is not wanting to turn on. Seems to me the battery might have died. It was fully charged and I didn't touch it. So this camera was fully charged. Battery seems to have been drained, similar to my millimeter. Now my millimeter has a little bit of juice, but it had a brand new battery in it. I shouldn't have switched it, but I did. Let's see what else we can get. And I'm gonna have to be turning off my head cam. Seems to work better that way. Alright. Millimeter 0.0. I saw more rifling and heard more rifling in this area. You know what? I'm gonna turn on my head cam. It's just on a low setting. It's so low it doesn't seem to matter. 0.0. More rifling in this location. Can you rifle again? Let's go on over to the door. Let's knock the door real quick. That's just me touching the millimeter, no big deal. Anybody home? Anybody home? That 1.5, I don't know if that was me. When you touch it, it tends to have a false reading for a few seconds sometimes, but that could have been a legitimate 1.5. I try to hold it to the end the best I can so it doesn't affect it. But I did get my strongest reading at this window. Anybody home? Is there anybody home in the pirate house? Joseph Chapman, the good pirate. Let's do a walk around. You guys haven't seen the full house yet. 0.0 in the millimeter. It's only going to last a few more seconds. So we do need to walk all the way around so you can get a better view of what's going on. Okay. 0.0. Here we have more of this architecture. You can walk on the roof if you want to, but it's really nice. And I'm not going to do that. There's another building, another structure over here. Let's go over to the second structure. Perhaps the second structure is more active. Not sure. This is the other side of the reservoir. Fenced off for safety reasons. 0.0. The other part of the pirate house. Looks a little scary at 4 a.m. I'm glad the sun isn't out yet so I can use this night shot. Okay, I'm hearing bats. Gosh, I think bats are living inside the house. 0.0. I believe bats are living inside the pirate house. Okay, I think that's a false reading. I had to jump down. It's a bit of an incline. I'm hearing bat sounds coming out of that window. Very freaky. It's definitely bats. Well, we're not here to look for bats. 0.0. We are here to look for ghosts. 0.0. Look through the window. Yikes. These bats might get a little defensive of their home, but before the bats lived here, the good pirate lived here. Uh-oh. That's pretty freaky. Bats might fly in my face any second. See the bats? You hear them? Okay, that's freaking me out. There's bats in here. No ghosts, but plenty of bats. Doesn't get any more haunted looking than that. But they're just bats. Still freaky. Still very freaky. 0.0. I wonder what the good pirate thinks about bats living in his old house. There's definitely a lot of creatures in these woods. And every time I turn, it's like a creature checking me out. It's kind of freaky. But I could have gotten some ghostly evidence at the other building. Perhaps the bats make this building less desirable for spirits because the bats are occupying it. And this is the reservoir again. Very dangerous. It's probably the main reason this area is closed off, because of the huge 30-foot pit. Kids would fall and die on accident. Pretty dangerous looking pit. 0.0. Are there any spirits here? Is there any buried treasure? There could be buried treasure. This is the closest to the Goonies, and I grew up here. I grew up in this area. My mascot was the Pirates, home of the Pirates. And very cool style building. Well, it says it's battery low, but luckily hasn't died yet. 0.0. I'll let you know if it's anything other than 0.0. Man, I was looking forward to peeking through here. Dang it. These bats obviously use this as the entrance. This is how they fly in and out. I don't want them flying in my face. Very freaky. Ow, I hit my head. Ow, I hit my head on the roof, and some bat's gonna fly in my face. Any ghosts in here? Not bats, but ghosts. The good pirate. Oh, crap. It smells like bat crap in there. It smells really bad. Bats have messed up a historical monument. Oh my goodness. This is the front door. They keep it locked, so only bats can pretty much squeeze in there. Let me knock on the door. Anyone home? 0.0. Well, I think only bats are home at this place. Perhaps the other one is where the spirit hangs out. This might have been the main residence, or perhaps the other one is the main residence. It's really hard to say. This is authentically built by Joseph Chapman, the Good Pirate. Let's walk back to the other structure, where we did seem to get some spike. I think a 3-point something spike. Okay. Well, when the millimeter dies, the investigation is over, unfortunately. I'll try to carry spare batteries in my pocket next time, because I don't want this happening again. But it hasn't died as of yet. It just shows a low battery sign. Okay. Here's the first structure. It is a little bit bigger. Perhaps this was the main quarters. Maybe that was the servants' quarters back there. Because Joseph Chapman seems to be the type of guy that would, if he has his own reservoir, he probably has a few servants. I'm not sure what that is right there. But perhaps we can get a reading down there. Let's check it out real quick. Okay, that's just me touching the millimeter. False reading, no big deal. Okay. The base of Joseph Chapman, the Good Pirate's house. Are there any spirits here? Can you come close to this device? Make your presence known. Hmm. 45 degrees. And no response. I do have a recorder in my pocket, but I didn't turn it on. That's a false reading. I touched the plant. It's a very sensitive device. If you break the field around the antenna with anything, it will go off. Here's the plaque. All right. We're going to end the investigation pretty much right here. I wish I could go inside. Perhaps a stronger reading might take place at the home of Joseph Chapman, the Good Pirate. I will stick my hand through here. I wonder why the bats don't like this place, huh? Do bats not mind? That's just touching the wood. Do bats not mind ghosts? I think animals don't mind ghosts at all. I think ghosts leave animals alone. But if there's anything here, anyone here, intelligent, can you make your presence known? Just different animals in the woods. I'm specifically looking for ghostly activity. Anyone home? Anyone home? 0.0. Okay. I don't know if this was an animal over here, but it happened a couple times, and I definitely didn't see an animal once. Never saw one. No animal. No animal there. I believe I saw a minimal spike in the same location. Is anyone here? Make your presence known if you are here. Come close to this device. Come close to this device. I'm about to leave. This is your last chance. This is your last chance. I'm about to leave. Very cool structure. It's a false reading. I'm just moving the millimeter around. Alright. Millimeter's about to die. It would appear the millimeter's about to run out of battery. So the millimeter is about to die. Even though I put in a brand new battery. Literally, before this investigation. We're talking minutes ago. I put in a brand new battery. Brand new, out of the package, Duracell. The same package with the previous battery that was in here. 3.1. Hey, Spirit. Are you draining the battery? That's a legitimate 3.1 spike. It's not anything other than a spirit. So there is a spirit here. It's laying a little bit low. I'm right here in front of the entryway. Spirit, are you the one that was over here in the corner? Are you the one that was over here in the corner? I'm about to leave and go back to my car. I know you can do more than 3.1. Let's try to get... That's just a creature in the woods. There's birds, there's owls, all kinds of weird things over there. But this device got a 3.1 spike. Whew. John Razimus here at the Pirate House of Joseph Chapman, the Good Pirate. Cool guy. Check out his Wikipedia. He did a lot of good stuff. Did he set off the mail meter? Or did some entity occupying his old house set it off? The other house is occupied by bats, but this house is not occupied by anything visible. Is it occupied by something invisible? I heard a rustling over there twice. Didn't see an animal over there. This thing spiked a couple times in the threes. 3.3, 3.1. Have to look at the footage. I think that's the highest. When a spirit spikes this 3.3, it means it's in the vicinity, maybe 12 feet away. It's hard to say. But it doesn't want to set it off too strongly. I'll give the entity a chance. Here's the front door. Matter of fact, let's put this the mail meter before it dies. Just put it right here in the window. And we're at 0.0. I'm going to go far away. I'm way over here. If there are any spirits, can you touch that device or come close to it? Zero 0.0, 43 degrees. Are there any spirits? Can you even come remotely close to that device right there? I believe the green light is attracting some tiny insects. 0.0, come on. I'm going to walk away. Can you set off the device? Just even remotely. Just get close to it for a few seconds. I'm going to leave. I'm a local. I grew up here. I went to San Ynez Valley Union High School, home of the Pirates. And you, or the builder of this building, Joseph Chapman, the Good Pirate, is the pirate that inspired our mascot, the Pirates. Okay. No spikes in the window. Sun's gonna come up pretty soon. Come on. I'm pretty sure there's a spirit here and it's hiding, it's skulking and just sneaking around. Just set off the device real quick and then I'll be on my way. I promise. I won't ask any questions. I'll just close out the video and take a hike. Just one tiny spike. I grew up here. So I've been stuck in this area just like you for a while. I came back to visit. I know you can do something. Touch it. Okay, I'm going to move the mail meter. That's me. That's me. That's a false reading. Perhaps. Perhaps that's a false reading. Unless it's using my energy to set it off. But I don't like to jump to too many conclusions. Oh, interesting. Thought I heard something come from the inside. Well, I'm going to set the mail meter right here on the entryway. And I'm going to film it from a distance. We have 0.0. Can you set the mail meter off? Can you set that device right there off? Can you just come remotely close to it? Just slightly. Just touch the antenna. It's just a box. Just come close to it, set it off. I'll be on my way. I'm a pirate just like you. I went to the home of the pirates, San Ynez Valley Union High School. There's definitely like a squirrel or something over there, but we don't have squirrels in this area, so probably a bird. Okay, 0.0. I'm going to try this area one last time. This area with a rustling, it was like this. It was kind of like that. I looked over, nothing. No animals, no nothing. It, to be honest, to me, sounded like human feet walking. It sounded like human feet walking. I'm not joking. Sounded like human feet walking right there. Well, I guess you don't want to come out. That's all right. I could have sworn I heard you in here. That's just a false reading. I could have sworn I heard you in here. I could have sworn. Can you say something for the camera? I'm coming back. No big deal. So, nothing too conclusive. I will review the video, see if I got anything. My full spectrum camera died, even though it was fully charged. My millimeter hasn't died yet, but it has been showing a low battery ever since I've put a brand new battery inside. Well, I know the good pirate, Joseph Chapman, has probably ascended into more positive realms. But I think it's possible an entity is temporarily occupying his house, not including many little flying batted winged bats occupying the guest house over there. Very cool place to investigate. No one has investigated this, as far as I know, in the history of its existence. I could be wrong, but this is off the trail, so far off the trail, I'm not going to tell you where it is. I'm going to come back as I have in the past. This has been my 4th time visiting. I'll visit it a couple more times here and there. It's a very interesting building, but I have to be leaving town right now. It's no big deal. We're still at a 0.0, and I don't have much hope that we will be getting anything. But I thank you for watching. This has been John Razimus with Mysterialis. Be seeing you. Be seeing you, Spirit. Be seeing you, Spirit. I know you're here and I'm going to be back, whether you like it or not. Until then, get some solitude, because not too many people visit this place. I know you know that. That's why you like it, right? You like this place? You like this place? You like solitude? That's why you picked it? I'm not sure if that was a positive read or not. All I can say is I wasn't touching it. I like to hold the millimeter at the very, very tips of my fingers at this point, so I don't accidentally give a false reading. But I'm going to be heading back using the minimal millimeter light as light to get back. But just to make sure the thing doesn't follow me, or the kind, intelligent entity that didn't want to be discovered, I'll leave the millimeter on, sporadically check. Okay, so the location to get here is a little different than I remember. It's a little different. Whew. Man, took a wrong direction. It's easy to forget because it's off the beaten path. You gotta walk through the woods, walk through some off the beaten trails. 0.0. 0.0. So as far as I know, there's no entity following me.